Good afternoon, everybody. How we doing? Episode 68 of Franco's World. Thanks for stopping by. Interesting episode today, as always. It's just me today. It's just me. So next week we'll interview another very funny comedian, and we'll have a lot of fun, and it'll be a whole rigmarole. And right now, what I want to do is extend another thank you to Dan to being on the episode last week. That episode was really good and people really liked it. So thank you, Dan. Thank you for help promoting it and all that stuff. Let's see. I got any ads this week? BaseballLegendPro.com. Use promo code Frank with a K. You guys know that one. Again, I want to give another shout out to Really Cheap Geeks in Parkersburg. Okay, this isn't even an ad anymore. My dad went in there. Computer issues with the business he works with. They helped him out. So thank you to those guys. Again, if you're in the greater Mid Ohio Valley area, go to Really Cheap Geeks in Parkersburg, West Virginia. It's on Emerson Avenue. So check that out. All right. So one thing I want to get started off by saying here. I woke up this morning, didn't have to go into the office today. The office meaning the conference center that I work at. Did not have to go there. Okay. And I looked at the temperature on my phone, and it said 54 was going to be at least a good portion of the day until like noon. I honestly didn't believe it. I had to rub my eyes. I was like, is this real? Like, there's no way it's 54. I mean, it's early, mid-September. Like, there's no way. I go outside. Sure enough, 54 feels every bit of it. I mean, I am freezing. I can't stand the cold weather. Part of the reason for that being is I get really bad seasonal depression, I guess. And I know it's trendy to say, I get depressed, I get sad, okay? But I do get pretty bummed out in the wintertime. I'll list the reasons here in a minute. But I also don't like the cold because I weigh like 160 pounds. And I have no meat stored on me for the winter. So it's like, it's just pure bone going out there in the frigid, cold air. I'm not built to withstand those elements. Now, in the summertime, I thrive. I thrive in the heat. I'm like a lizard. I thrive in the heat. I need the warmth. I should move to a place that's warm all the time instead of West Virginia that experiences the seasons. Oh, the leaves are changing. It's so great. Yeah, well, I can't grow facial hair and I don't weigh at least 180. So it's like I have nothing to keep me warm other than like more clothes. And still, I feel like I'm going to be cold no matter what. I'm one of those guys. And I hate whenever you get cold and your hands kind of get like stiff almost. And it's like you're trying to text and your thumbs are just moving in slow motion. That's exactly what it feels like. And you're just like, oh my God, I'm trying to type out hello. I can't even do it. You guys know what I'm talking about. I'm not crazy here. I just can't stand the winter time. Now, if I could bunker down, now the holiday season does get a little bit of a pass, okay? If I could bunker down and just not have to do anything the entire winter, that'd be great. I'd do that, I'd just stay inside. People lost their minds earlier this year because it was cold and Corona was popping off. Corona was going on their world tour. They were touring the world. And people are like, we can't stay inside. We can't do it. It's against the rules. We go, it's my right to go outside. And I'm like, governments tell me I gotta stay in. Okay, I'll just do that anyway. I'll just stay in. That's fine. That's great. And now they give me a hero complex. They tell me if you stay in, you save lives. And I bought that hook, line, and sinker. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna save a life. I'm gonna stay in. That's what I'm gonna do. And I did it. All right. And then summer rolled around and I played a lot of golf. That's really it. That was a safe activity to partake in. And I got pretty good. My handicap is like a 15 now, which is good for me. I'm happy with that. I'm not going to wow you, but I'm a good guy to play with. I give you a lot of gimme putts. We'll get out there and mess around. 2 off third tee, I don't care. Do whatever you want. I don't cheat whenever I'm keeping my handicap here, but if we're out here messing around, yeah, go ahead. Move it out of the tree line. I don't care. Went to the hazard, pluck it out. Free drop. That's what I do. Not to my own score. I'm not a cheater. I'm a man of honor. Back to the winter. Cannot stand it. Again, if I could bunker down for the winter time and just hang out and watch movies, eat cookies, that sounds fun. I'd love to do that. Whenever TV channels are just playing Elf and Christmas Vacation back to back for 3 months, I'll take that. I'll take that every day of the week. I love that, you know? But whenever I got to get outside, I got to do things around the holidays. Don't like that, you know? Do not like that. Even traveling in the winter is just the worst. You know, last winter I went over to Europe. It was cold over there. I was in Spain. I was in the Mediterranean expecting warmth. Wrong. It's a different kind of heat though. It was weird. You know, no humidity over there. It's different. Still cold, but different. I just get so bummed out in the wintertime. You know, it's like you wake up early morning, sun's not up, you know? 5 o'clock rolls around, roughly dinner time. You're trying to watch the news. Sun's already down. You know, you get like 4 hours of sunlight, and that's it. How do people? I mean, I know Alaska has really high suicide rates, but I'm surprised they're not higher because I'm losing my mind. I mean, I literally go borderline insane, it feels like. It's just black all the time. I can't stand it. I need the sunlight. I'm an Aries. Does that have anything to do with the sun? My birthday is April 7th. Does that mean Aries sun? I need one of those astrology women to help me out. I don't want astrology advice from men. I want astrology advice from women. Okay? I prefer their knowledge. The women in astrology. I feel like they know more. Maybe they're more in tune with maybe with the stars. I don't know. I just get so bummed out, man. And I know I'm not alone. A lot of people get bummed out in the wintertime. It's not a crazy thing to believe. And you have all these activities. Oh, we can go to the pumpkin patch, and we can go on hay rides, and we can go to apple picking. A lot of has to do with picking fruits and vegetables. We can go to the farmer's market. You know, certain vegetables in season. Oh, we got to check that out. We go to haunted houses, which I do not like. I do not like the haunted house. And you know, a lot of flannels are worn, and I like flannels, and that's fine. Let's see what else. It's just a lot of outdoorsy stuff, and I have no problem with the outdoors. It's just the cold weather is what ruins it for me. You know, I love to go on hikes. I don't like to go on wintry hikes. Fall is a weird season. I prefer spring to fall, which is something you wouldn't expect of me because I do like sports, and a lot of sports happen in the fall. You know, as opposed to the spring. You know, you got football in the fall. That's the big one. But not me. You know, I'm a spring guy. I'd say Memorial Day to Labor Day, you will get peak, like, I'm full-fledged mental capacity, peak performance, engine running, full steam ahead, 6 cylinders, chugging along. That's me. Memorial Day to Labor Day. Now, the other day, so it was September 1st, and I got a little bit bummed out. I'm not gonna lie. I got a little bit bummed. You could read it all over my face. I was just like, meh. And maybe I had an episode around that time, and maybe it stunk. I don't know. But I just get so bummed out when the summer ends, man. I love the summer. You know, there's so much more freedom to do things. Granted, this summer was different than anything we've experienced before, but I still did a lot of fun stuff. I love running. You know, I run outside almost every day. Can't really do that in the winter time. And I played a lot of golf again. It's just ruining a lot of my activities that I like to do. Let me know. I'm very curious to see if any of you people experience the same thing. If you get bummed out during the winter time. I know a lot of people, I love the winter, you know. A lot of these men friends that I have that love the winter can grow facial hair. I can't. The beards keep them warm. I can't do that. I got a lot of Native American blood in me. Native Americans aren't known for facial hair. From what I read. Don't quote me on that. I got a story for you guys, though. You know, we did 9.5 minutes on the winter time, and it's September. I don't know why I was talking about the winter. So that's idiotic of me. I got a story to tell you guys. I don't know how long this episode's going to be, but I got a story to tell you guys. And maybe I've told it before, but maybe I've added more tags to it. Maybe I've stretched the story out. Maybe I've lied more in it. The fish has gotten bigger. So I got suspended one time in middle school. I got suspended. I got in school suspension. This is different than the time I got kicked out of the Olympics in middle school. You guys have heard that story. This is I got suspended in middle school. And I don't even remember why I got suspended. It was probably because I kept talking in class and cracking jokes and doing what I do, being an idiot, trying to make people laugh as a 11-year-old or however you old are in middle school. Uh, yeah, so I accumulated too many little pink slip things, and they're like, "Hey, you're going in the slammer. You're going in the clink. That's where you're going. You're going in school suspension." So what in school suspension is, not to be confused with out of school suspension, which is basically like you committed murder in middle school. You have to go home and stuff like that. In school suspension for me, they assign you to a classroom, okay? And I got sentenced. My sentence was 1 day. They sentenced me to 1 day in school suspension. I was a first offense guy for a major crime, and so it was more of like an accumulation of like, okay, this guy's been messing around for a long time. We got to give him some jail time, and maybe he won't mess up again. That's really what it was. They wanted to make an example out of me. They said, hey, if this can happen to Frank, this can happen to you. And so they sentenced me to 1 day. All right, one day, and I got where was my jail at? Which correctional facility was I in? I was in an 8th grade English teacher's class. We'll call her Miss B. Well, that's what we'll say. We'll say Miss B. That was her name. Her name was Miss B. And Miss B and I had built a rapport with each other. We knew each other from even before then, from when my sister had her. So I was very fortunate enough to know the warden. I had it maybe a little bit easier than other people would have had. I knew the warden. So it was kind of like how Paul Crew, Adam Sandler, goes into the jail, and the warden's like, "Oh, you play football? Oh, well, we can make your stay a lot easier." He's like, "Oh, I just kind of want to do my time." That's really my mindset. I just wanted to get in there and do my time, and they kind of surprised me with it too. I didn't think I was going to get in school suspension. Now that I think about it, and I walked into class one day, and they're like, "Franklin, what are you doing in first period? You're suspended. What are you talking about?" And then, and then I had to go through the whole process, and I didn't even get my one phone call. It's ridiculous. Although I probably wouldn't want to call my mom at a time like that. And so what they do is they confine you to a desk. It's in a corner, and it's facing the corner. It's not facing outwards towards the class. You have to stare at the corner all day. And you do your homework assignments from all your other classes, and you just sit in class all day and listen to the same lesson 6 times or however long the teacher teaches, or the educator teaches, or whatever you want to call her. And I'm doing my homework and stuff like that, doing makeup work, and then it gets to the point where you just do all your work, and then you kind of just like can't really do anything, so you punch in random numbers on a calculator all the time. You're like, "Oh, 2 + 2 is 4 is great." And then a teacher came up to me and was like, "Are you out of work?" Like, this guy, he had to have been like a backup, like an assistant football coach or something like that, and he just really did not care. And he's like, "Have you done all your work?" I said, "Yeah, I did all my work." And I thought that was like, I'm gonna get out on good behavior. Oh, no, 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 au contraire. Okay, he's like, here, all right, find words that are associated with things that you did, or something bad, and write the word out and write the definition. Oh, okay. I guess that makes sense. He didn't even I didn't even turn this thing in. So it was really just busy work. And so what I did, I just opened the dictionary. I didn't really understand what he meant. I opened the dictionary, started with the letter A, wrote it down, just started going at it in the dictionary. I didn't even finish A, D, I just got the AC words. The worst part about getting suspended in middle school, though, was like the next day, because people sort of look at you differently. You get sort of a stink on you, you get a smell on you, and people are going to look at you differently. And there's the occasional girl that likes you because you're dangerous. You got a checkered past. She thinks she can change you, but she can't. She can't. I just wanted people to look at me the way they did beforehand. I'm a regular guy. I'm a real person. I am not an animal. It's funny, I kind of earned the respect of the scary kids, though, while I was in there, because they treat it like it's actual prison because, their fathers were probably in jail at one point, and they're like, oh man, I'm gutting this freaking school, man. They don't get it, man. Sentencing me to a week in school suspension, man. That's bullcrap, man. That don't make no sense. And then they come up to me and they see me, good kid, in the chair. I'm in the electric chair, and they see me and they come up to me and they'll ask me like, "What are you in for?" And then, and you just say like, "I don't know, man. I don't know." And then it's just like, like, I don't know why I'm in here, man. I don't know. I'm just trying to do my time, They come up to you and they ask you if you want to be in their gang. You're like, "Oh, I'm just here to do my time, man. Please leave me alone." But they kind of get on your side, man, and like they come up to you and they're like, "Hey, man, what are you in here for?" And I'm like, "I guess talking too much in class." And they're like, "That's bullcrap, man. That's bullcrap. Hey, stay strong, bro. Stay strong." Stay strong, bro. Stay strong. You'll get this. Oh my gosh. Well, I remember. Yeah, one guy actually did. I remember that one guy. One guy tapped me on the shoulder. He comes up to me. He goes, "Hey, stay strong, man. You got this." And like I'm the little preppy kid, and I think this is like gang initiation. I'm just trying to do my time, man. I'm just trying to do my time. Oh, I didn't even get an hour in the yard. That was also one of the worst things about in-school suspension of Blennerhassett Middle School. No yard time. Did not get an hour in the yard. It was like a federal prison lockdown, 24 hours a day, El Chapo style. I didn't get anything. All right. That'll finish that story. Let's see here. I guess I'll just do a little bit more. I got a little bit more material here. And let's see. Oh, okay. This is a good one. So recently, I had to go to the United Way in my region and teach them how to create podcasts. And it made me realize those who can't do, teach. So maybe I should just give up the podcast game, doing it, and just teach it. I guarantee you podcasting is going to be a college major in 4 years. There's going to be like how to become an Instagram model, how to become a podcaster, how to become one of those YouTube guys that doesn't really do anything but gives cars to his kid followers, or his friends, or his friends' kids. I had to incorporate the word kids somehow after I stumbled over my words. Maybe how to sell fit tea to people, how to do TikTok dances. I don't know what college is going to look like. I don't know how you teach that in an online setting, because that's the way college is going to be. And I want to go back to something I said months ago. And West Virginia, I think they're on like some sort of lockdown now. The majority of classes have been moved online. Hey, guess who called that? Guess who did 5 minutes talking about how West Virginia was just going to take your money like every other college and then send you home? And I'm happy you got acclimated with online learning, because that's how it's going to be for a while. Who said that? Me? Oh, wow. I hate being right all the time. I said this the other day to my friend. It really stinks being right all the time, because whenever I don't want to sound mean, that like I can't really stand overly optimistic people. I just like realism, It's nice sometimes to hear like, well, maybe it won't, but like, shut up, it will. So it sucks whenever you predict bad things happen to maybe yourself, or maybe you're a gambler and maybe you're watching a game and you're like, the team is going to do this and then I'm going to lose, and then that happens. Or maybe in life you say like, I can't make this decision because I have to do this, and then in doing so it's going to cost me to sacrifice X and Y and Z, and then that happens and you're right. How narcissistic was that? Is that too much? All right, let's see. Oh, here's a new segment I got to unveil for you. This is the last thing. I know this episode's been all over the place, but I just, this is a 20-minute solo episode. Got to fill time. When people tweet, so I did a thing, and I know this is hack to talk about because this tweet has been talked about a lot. When people tweet, so I did a thing, I believe that directly translates to, you got a haircut? A weird one? Maybe you went blonde. Maybe too blonde. Maybe you went too short. I don't know. You're changing. Everyone's changing. We're all changing. Or you got a 2015 Chevy Malibu. That's it. Those are the only two reasons why you tweet or Instagram, so I did a thing. Enjoy your Chevy Malibu and enjoy your week, folks. I'm Franklin Miller. Thank you guys very much for listening. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Franco'sWorld_. In the meantime, keep taking care of yourselves and keep all those questions and answers coming. Keep taking care of yourselves, and I will see you when I see you. I hope you have a great day.